Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Power Sports channel. My name is Richard. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the little notification bell to get all notifications when I post videos. This video is going to be about Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Nets making up and just trying to give it another go. I'm going to go over the reasons why I do believe that this trade just ultimately fell through. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do in this video. Give me 1 second. Okay, there we go. So the first point I want to make is this. I do believe Brooklyn understood what they had. And I think Kevin Durant really was not expecting to have this type of fight on his hands. Because what have we watched for years? When Anthony Davis wanted to be traded, he was eventually traded. Of course, anytime a player is asking to be traded, for the most part, it always ends ugly. James Harden, that situation was insane in the membrane. Ben Simmons, I can't really even think of a time when a player asked for a trade where it was just simple and easy, other than maybe back in the 60s, 70s when Kareem Abdul-Jabbar asked to leave the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm not that old. Don't worry, I'm not that old. But that was a different time. So, yeah. I think Brooklyn really knew what they had on their hands. Now, another issue is this. Kevin Durant likes to jump teams a lot. So I don't really know. The team that's trading for him doesn't really know if they're going to be in the same spot later. Let's say you have the Phoenix Suns, right? Of course, I'm a Phoenix Suns fan. I would hope to be spared the sight of watching the Phoenix Suns trade for Kevin Durant, giving up Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges, and whoever else it takes to probably add value and do what? Add salary. So not only do you need to add pieces that give them something for the future, you also have to match salaries. That's another issue. So let's just say Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, 4 first-round picks, Jay Crowder's going out there, this, that, and the third. It's just a laundry bag of players, just a litany of guys going to the other team. And then a year later, I want to go to Toronto. No, sir. You're not going to Toronto. I want to go to Miami. No, sir. You're not going to Miami. You have a contract. And that's what happened here with Brooklyn. And I'm just going to be honest. I personally feel like the best offer would have come from Boston. Getting Jaylen Brown, I do believe would have been possibly the best bet for Brooklyn. But at the same time, there wasn't just anybody out there, really. So that's basically the end of number one. It's almost like I combined number one and number two together. But I'm going to move forward I'm going to go deeper into number two. No team really put up like a really great offer. The Pelicans got into the mix late in the process. I don't really think the Pelicans could even afford to give up Brandon Ingram. Now, here's one caveat. There's one caveat here. I do believe the Pelicans possibly could have been willing to give up Zion Williamson. I do believe Zion Williamson just signed a contract, so I do believe you have to wait until like December or January or something like that. But I definitely would have been possibly willing to give up Zion Williamson, because the simple fact that I don't know exactly if Zion Williamson has actually been injured. this entire time, or was he just sitting? I don't know. Injured quite a bit. They called him like the next LeBron when he came out of college. I was like, we'll see. But still, Zion Williamson, and maybe you package some other players with them, and even the Pelicans. I look at their roster and I say, this trade cannot start with Brandon Ingram. You need Brandon Ingram. Give up Zion Williamson if you can. But the problem is, Brooklyn's like, well, this dude's been injured for like the past, 2 years? I don't know. Yeah. Boston wasn't willing to give up Jason Tatum. I don't blame them. Phoenix wasn't willing to give up Devin Booker. I don't blame them. Honestly, I would not want this Kevin Durant trade as a Phoenix Suns fan if we had to give up Devin Booker. We will run it back with what we have, because not only are we getting older, but it's basically just a 1-for-1 swap. The 30 points that Devin Booker's going to put up is now going to be put up by Kevin Durant. You can honestly say you're now in a negative position. So it is what it is on that. Yeah, no superstar players to put in this deal. And then here's one aspect of it. Brooklyn was probably very hesitant to make a bad deal because of possibly what happened 10, 15 years ago, trading for Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, and Paul Pierce. They gave up just a litany of draft picks. And the craziest part about it is I do believe one of those draft picks would have actually been Jaylen Brown. And the craziest part about it is those picks from Brooklyn would have been players who would have been possibly key contributors on a Brooklyn team. So it's amazing how a trade from so long ago can come back and bite you square in the behind. So, yeah. I want to make one last point. He just recently signed this contract like a year ago. He still has like 3 years left. So there's a lot of leverage there from Brooklyn's point of view. I know I should have done this video like 1 or 2 days ago, but I really needed to find a good 10 or 15 minutes where I could make this video. And I am sorry that it's so late. But when you have 3 years or more Kevin Durant is not just a free agent, is not in the final years of his contract and about to go into free agency. You still have 3 or 4 years left on this contract. You're for the most part, a generational talent. A generational talent, one, and a generational talent that has more than a year left on your contract. You just signed that bad boy. I could kind of understand you wanting to be traded. I do. I'm all for players going to where they want to go. But you got to understand, Brooklyn has a fiduciary responsibility to do what's best for the team and the fans. This team has not been relevant in so long. They cannot afford for Jason Tatum to not be coming back their way. Brandon Ingram, a Zion Williamson, maybe even a CJ McCollum, a combination of Zion Williamson, a CJ McCollum coming back the other way. There's got to be something. There's got to be something. And then Kevin Durant, I do believe Kevin Durant's last pitch, his last move was to ask the owner to either trade him or remove Steve Nash and the general manager. Burning bridges. Only, a week, 2 weeks later to be like, oh, we're kumbaya now. No, we're not. No. And a lot of times it's players wanting to get traded but are not willing to fully committing to being the bad guy. Because please understand, in that city you're at, you're that superstar. It doesn't matter. You're going to be the bad guy regardless. I'm the bad guy. Yeah, so that about sums it up. And believe me, the fans in Brooklyn are not happy about this. I know they're not. I know they're not. Nobody gonna tell me different. Alrighty, guys, I gotta get into work now. I'm in the parking lot. I hope you guys have a great day. Once again, this is the Power Sports Channel. This is Richard signing off. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.